time! Woo! Speaking of Ace Attorney, we have a new game now. Oh my goodness, I'm really excited to play the new game, but not yet. I started playing the first game, so I want to finish the first game before I play anything new. We might even try to play one of the other Phoenix Wright games, perhaps my husband and I together, or maybe just me. I don't know. It's on the DS. We may not be able to do it on like a streaming thing. But we said we wanted to play that game first before the new one. I think it's like, oh gosh, what's it called? Something, Spirit of Justice maybe? Either way, whatever comes after the Edgeworth series, well, actually, Apollo Justice and the Edgeworth series is what we plan to play next, and then we're going to hit the new one. So for anyone out there who wants to see the new one, I will do it eventually. I will, but I have to commit to what I'm doing. I'm committing to finishing this now. That being said, it's time to keep going. Uh-oh. Let's see, I just got a sound alert. It seems like my sound alert browser source is offline. Uh-oh. It's always the technical stuff here. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, I certainly heard whatever that was. That was probably the alert about how the browser source is offline. So let's see if we can fix it. Oh, so actually, no, I'm not used to this. Thank you, Outrageous, who's followed. Yay! Glad to have you aboard. Hey! If you're who I think you are, welcome. But even if you're not who I think you are, still welcome. Always technical difficulties here. Oh my goodness. All right. If for any reason you're not hearing anything, please do let me know. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to let me know based on me saying it, but... Okay. So I think we're okay, but... All right, we'll keep that on the back burner. Hopefully that's nothing we have to worry about. Anyway, last time we left off at the very start of Chapter 3. Or Episode 3. Whichever they call it. I think it's by chapters. This is one of my favorites. I love the case that we're about to start. This is the one, the only, the Steel Samurai case. So excited, so looking forward to it. Oh, and thank you. My husband actually found this. His streaming, like his layout is the same, it's just a different color. So when I started streaming, he got me the same one, and I just chose a different color. But thank you. I appreciate that. I'll let him know that you like it too. Oh, you're playing them on the DS? We have been playing the Miles Edgeworth games on the DS. I finished it. My husband is about to finish it, or well, about. The last case in the Edgeworth series is really long, so he'll finish it eventually. But I'm glad that you're replaying it on the DS. That's awesome. Woohoo! Do you have a favorite game? Do you of like the original trilogy? Do you like the first, the second, or the third the best? Oh, but pardon, had to take a sip there. Anyway. Oh, let's see. I know, I wish they did localize the sequel as well. I've heard that there's an emulator with like a fan translation. So, we'll see. Maybe I might be able to stream that. I don't know how that would go since it's an emulator, but if it's possible, maybe. But yeah, I also wish the same thing because I really liked the Edgeworth game. I found it way more fun than I thought I was going to find it. But yeah, that just shows how great this series is. It just really is so much fun. There is an emulator? Ooh, and it is good. Nice. Okay, see? Now you're making me want to do it. You're making me want to play it even more. So eventually I'm going to have to do that. Eventually. But anyway, let's dive into the Steel Samurai case here. Let's hit continue. Turnabout Samurai time. Oh no, not Cries for Your Blood. That tune is so good. Dare I say it slaps. Oh no, one has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Ooh. The Dark Messenger returns. That's pretty tight. And also, thank you, friend. I appreciate that. I will definitely hit you up if I need to. The remaster version is so pretty. I agree. The quality is perfect. All right, October 14th, 5:31 p.m. We're in the Wright & Co. law offices.
That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate!
Whoa! Stop waving that broom around!
Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here.
Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching?
What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people.
Young? Like how young?
10 years old?
Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited?
Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See, I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself.
Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1.
I really worry about kids these days. See, I have to say this. I've watched the anime, and so spoiler alert for the next couple seconds in regards to the anime if you've never seen it. But in the anime adaptation, Phoenix knows about the Steel Samurai and likes the Steel Samurai. So I don't remember if this gets addressed in the game, but so far, at least in this part, it sounds like he's not into the game. Yeah, that's right. I've been doing the voices. Some of them sound better than others, but I've been having fun doing it. But yeah, so we'll see if the game does do that, but I know for a fact the anime definitely touches on the fact that Phoenix Wright is a fan of the Steel Samurai. But yeah, anyway, let's continue.
Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office.
I guess. Wish we had some clients.
It's okay, Phoenix. I'm sure eventually someone will get murdered.
A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month?
It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner.
October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Ooh, Phoenix's bedroom. Hello? This is Phoenix.
Nick!
Maya? What? It's still early.
It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested!
You mean the guy on the show?
Yes!
They're saying that
the Steel Samurai killed a villain!
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, on TV!
Yeah, on TV.
No, I mean, he actually did it in real life! He steered a villain with his samurai spear!
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick.
That's definitely a wake-up call. And right, I agree. Maya, always with the positivity. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday.
Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke.
No, no, no. It's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over.
Ooh, but if you end up streaming the new Ace Attorney game that dropped, I would love to see it. Oh, who's calling? Who is it?
Yes, Wright and Co. law offices. What? Nick? It's the Steel Samurai.
What?
Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick.
Go where?
They have the Steel Samurai down in detention.
So what?
So I've decided this will be our first case.
That sounds like a good idea, Maya. I'm down.
Well, what should we do?
What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai.
Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing.
We don't have enough information to make a case yet.
Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened.
No, we just don't have enough information.
I mean, Maya is right. We really don't know anything. All right, so I guess nothing else to do but to go to the detention center. I've always loved his character design. So fun.
What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh.
Is that guy really him?
What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him.
Whoa, that was cool. I like the little zombie emote. And thanks. I'm new to all this stuff with Twitch, so I'm assuming that you hosting with one viewer is awesome. So thank you. He does look like a lion, doesn't he? With that big old mane. I personally just really enjoy his little tuft of hair peeking out there on his chest. Oh my goodness. But let's see. Oh gosh, I don't know. We'll see what kind of voice I give him. When I watched the Game Grumps do this playthrough, they gave him a Homer Simpson kind of sounding voice. It was pretty crazy. So we'll see what happens. It'll probably adapt over time as per usual. Right? Yes. The chest hair. We stand.
Will Powers, our client. That's him.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice.
Maya. Whoa. What are you saying?
Yes?
Something wrong?
No.
This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? Oh no.
No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now.
Nick.
What?
He's a good guy. I mean, he's good.
I adore Maya, and I also just love how quickly she'll flip. You know, she's like, oh, he totally did it. He's a murderer. Oh, no, wait, he's actually a good guy. Right? I agree. Poor guy.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
Well, I agree, Maya. Also, I I just noticed this. I have seen people play this game. I have played this game before, but there is a little pipe on his jacket, and it's making me think of the new Phoenix Wright game, because I know it like takes place in London, so all I'm thinking about is like detectives smoking those big pipes. So that's kind of funny to me.
Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday, actually. It was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set.
Oof. That's rough, buddy.
They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear.
The samurai spear?
Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon.
Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is.
Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world.
Hey, who's new to this?
No, it's all right, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the street of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate, although I guess he did defeat him this time.
I see. Neo Old Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder?
Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here.
So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero.
What will the kids think?
I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder.
Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go.
I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. All right. Or actually, you know, I've been forgetting to do this. But we always have to present our badge.
Here. I see.
Let me guess. This guy wasn't the top student in improv class. But yeah, apparently you get some fun dialogue when you share that badge all the time. Ooh, I didn't need to hit that. Hit move. Yes. I heard that, like, when we first saw that when the news broke that they were, gonna release the new game, that was something that was put out there immediately. And oh my gosh, same. My husband and I, we were cracking up so hard about the whole Sherlock Holmes thing. That alone, perfection, and excites me. I cannot wait to meet Sherlock Holmes. All right, so we're at Global Studios. Ah, yes, I love this music.
Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show? Awesome! Aren't you excited?
Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me.
Uh-oh. Sorry. We're, lawyers.
Oh, hang on. Gotta get some water. Oh, I love Wendy Oldbag. She's a top tier character. She always makes me laugh.
Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out.
Gawkers?
Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today. Something horrible happens, wasting your time at a place like this. Don't you have jobs, or do lawyers not work like the rest of us? Maybe I should become a lawyer too. Like a life of ease. I was young. Oh, God. Hippie clothes.
I love her.
Nick, will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I dunno. It's possible.
Hey, listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today.
So, what do you do here at the studios?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days.
No, you were a star?
Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie.
Wow.
This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams.
And hang on, what? So, honestly, better security guard than nothing. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Going through work and passing through our security. Sometimes some things make it through there that probably shouldn't. So yeah, I would agree with that. Old Bag definitely could give security at work a run for their money there. And that was interesting. I didn't know that they didn't want to go through the estate. And honestly, I don't blame them either. It was probably much easier just to kind of parody the name and be done with it in that case. But I appreciate the info.
Hammer was a big star back then, too, he was.
Hammer?
The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me.
This might be, an unpopular opinion, but I think Will Powers is kind of cute. I don't think he's nearly as scary and ugly as they I think keep trying to insinuate in the game. I think he's very cute. Very cute.
Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch.
See, I don't think that's true.
That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
What kind of person was Jack Hammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that, reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday. Here I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5. Excuse me. When they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him.
But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits about it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously.
What if I show you my attorney's badge? What's that? You giving that to me?
Absolutely not.
Dang, can't swear that way. Guess we gotta go talk to Will again.
Hello? How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right. Not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says that she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady?
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yeah, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the big wigs at the studio, but let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you.
She's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course.
Yeah! Got our letter of request.
I just hope this will get me past that security lady.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, Will. We got you. Hey, Wendy, old bag, look what we got for you.
Bam! Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers.
Yeah, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl.
Powers' request was given to the security lady. That it is.
To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really?
Really?
Anyway, you may pass, but only left from here, towards the studio. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal. Were my instructions. The good detective told me himself.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
There were maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad.
Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents!
Did we ever pay her? Let's see. Outside Studio 1 time. Also, yeah, I remember the first time I played this, that statue, like, the head just really was weird to me, and I stared at it for so long. I kept going, what the heck is it? What is this supposed to be? And then finally, I got to the part where they mentioned it's a monkey, and I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense. But still, it's a very interesting mascot design. It's cute in a weird way. Yay! It's the best boy!
Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day?
It's that confused detective.
Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So?
Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work.
Meh. Oh.
Ouch, Maya. Ouch.
Detective?
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Hey, you can't just go around singing pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, all right.
I love him. He's just so precious. He just is. Excuse me.
So how is your investigation going, Detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nice try.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right. So, Detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? Well, you see, I got this green trench coat here and this tie and a band-aid on my face, and there's also this pencil that's behind my ear, but it also just doesn't look like a pencil, so for all we know, it could just be some weird straw I've got back there. You never know. Anyway, the Autopsy Report, the latest version, if you please. Ooh! Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30, and that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up, Maya. Yeah, about the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
What kind of evidence? Well, then a photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up on that gate, pal?
That gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished.
Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that.
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not gonna find any clues I haven't already found.
Gumshoe, I love you, but that is definitely not true. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves.
Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Oh, hang on. Gotta examine. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1. Left to Studio 2.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too.
Do 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 do.
The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal.
Detective, aren't you on the case?
Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal.
That was a great joke, though, Phoenix. Well executed. Ooh, hang on. There we go.
Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? It looks like a tree fell down over the path? Oh, yeah, that way's kinda dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though.
I don't know. Sounds suspicious if you ask me. One of these days, I need to get the soundtrack for this game. I love all of the music here.
Hey, there's a camera here. Yeah, it's the thing I already told you about, remember? That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. We've had this conversation. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera, ST1-307. That must be the camera ID number. Fascinating.
Okay. Can we move? No. Because, yeah. Maya was trying to get to the Studio 1 and she wasn't able. Maybe we need to look at this.
There's a big welcome sign above the path.
Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission.
Huh, you sure know a lot about this place, Detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here.
Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what that's supposed to mean, pal? You saying I look like a mascot? I take that as a compliment. I'm adorable.
Let's see. Yeah, we showed him everything. Don't think it matters if... No. Okay. Here, let's see. Cause of death. Pierced through the chest by a spear. I mean, yeah, that would do it. Here. Do we need to get Wendy's permission again?
Nick, look! That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them.
Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied? Powers is guilty yet?
She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe.
Dang it!
Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am?
Oh, that. I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go from here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is.
Maybe it was you?
Good one, Sonny.
She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor?
Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio.
Was past tense?
Oh yeah, he was great as the bearded samurai.
That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him?
About the security camera.
Oh, yeah, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate. I've said this a few times now. Then it snaps a photo. Again, as I've said a few times already. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. Fangled new things. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over at the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. What's that? You giving that to me? Nope. Nope. Maybe I need to examine some stuff. I didn't examine this spot yet.
The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Hey, no touching!
An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here. Oh! I pressed it again. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big screen here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Probably. I'm making guesses here. But yeah, sounds sound, Phoenix.
Oh, I keep pressing things.
Ah!
Okay, just in case. Nothing else to examine yet. Oh, that seems to be new.
The security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
Okay. So I think we're good. Oh, okay. I was probably able to go there the entire time and I was just oblivious. All right, Global Studios employee area.
Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff? Hey, look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around.
Sounds like a good idea.
There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir.
What do you mean, find?
You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear.
We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud.
Man, pretty messy in here.
The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone steak on one of the plates, minus the steak.
T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks.
What?
Same, Maya. Same.
Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least.
Wait, look. Samurai soda. Nick, try this.
Ladies first.
Anything interesting? No. Oh, okay.
That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment.
Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry.
What else would they keep in a film studio? Dead bodies.
Ooh, that's suspicious. Somebody vented. Someone's sus in here.
The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Old Tokyo Castle. Good guess there, Phoenix. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point?
I will say, I have watched some like YouTubers who were like living in Japan, and the YouTuber, she has like chronic pain, and she had like a bike like that because it was easier for her to get around. So, Phoenix, that's the reason. Helps people out who might need it. So that's a good thing. I'm glad they have those. Not that I don't get where he's coming from, because yeah, you usually when you're biking, you probably are trying to get some exercise, but that's what the electric ones are helpful for sure.
It makes it a lot easier to go up hills.
That too. Don't people cycle to get exercise?
Oh, they're not letting me do the step ladder? Come on. Darn. Anything else? No, we already got that. Got that. Okay. Oh, nope. Oh, gotta slide. There we go. Slide to the right. All right. So now we gotta move to the dressing room. Exciting.
Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping.
No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they?
Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake.
Proof right here. Look at that. Looks like someone took a nap.
Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. Maybe. Just maybe. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies.
Nick, I'm hungry.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets.
How many stomachs does this girl have?
As many as she wants, Phoenix. As many as she wants.
This must be Powers' bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look, an employee...
Oh, an employee card key. That must be Powers. It says Studio One.
Let's take it, Nick.
Borrow it. You mean borrow. And we will!
Ooh, nice wig.
There's a vast array of cosmetics here.
Ooh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on.
No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig?
I, kinda like samurai movies.
Kind of? They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes.
It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes.
I'd say you were already wearing one myself. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside.
Do. See, now I just have that song stuck in my head now. Okay. So, I think we have thoroughly explored the area. Now... Oops. Moved too far. Now that we have the key card. Oh, I thought we could go to Studio One. What? Yeah, let's go back to the employee area. There's probably something we missed. Perhaps in the dressing room. Thanks for coming. Get some sleep. But yes, thank you so much for joining in on the stream for a little bit. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so let's figure out where we're missing. Oh, no, I keep hitting move. Let's see. Oh, I already touched that, I thought. I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag.
Stop that! My partner, the thief in training.
I doubt that would keep us from being able to visit there. Doesn't look like we're missing anything else. Let me do one more pass over just to be safe. All right, seems good. Actually, hang on. Okay. See, now I feel like a fool. Straight up fool. Because I thought we could just go to Studio 1. And it seems like I've looked at everything, so I think we're good. Well, here, let's try going back to the main gate. For some reason, I think I have to show her this.
Could you tell me about this, ma'am?
Oh, that! Isn't that a studio card key? You better watch it! The scene of a murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that. Hand it over.
Wait! No, that's mine!
Look, I don't have a card key to the studio, see? I want to go pay my respects to Jack Hammer, where he died.
Well, you'll just have to wait.
Good job standing firm, Phoenix. Are we able to do it now? Maybe if I, examine it, maybe?
The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick.
I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened!
All right, we're in.
She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene.
Okay, so that makes sense, that we would have to, come back here and examine the door again. But I just assumed since we had the card key, it would show up as a spot we could just jump to. But duly noted, game. Duly noted. Let's do this. Inside Studio 1.
What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden.
Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real.
Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
Oh, okay. I know who this is. Hang on. Let me take a sip of water real quick. All right. I never know ahead of time what voice I'm going to give some of these characters. Let's see. Well, we'll just find out.
Hey, you! No touching that!
Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know.
You know? No, I don't know.
Who are you?
Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Willpowers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Willpowers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us.
Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else.
The employee area. That's where Powers' dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am?
No, I'm sure you are a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation on Powers' alibi.
What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the one, or was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy.
Not really.
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed?
Yes, several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot.
So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes, I think.
I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony.
Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them.
She's got a point. Also, I feel kind of bad that I started giving her like a stereotypical like nerd voice. It was honestly, it's the glasses. As a person who does wear glasses sometimes, all the time. You know, yeah, it's a thing. Anyway. Also, I have watched the Game Grumps playthrough, as I mentioned before, and I realized halfway through when I was speaking as her, I was like, shit, I think this is like almost the same kind of voice that Aaron used. Obviously much better. He's a very talented and professional voice actor. But you know what? I think I'll keep that voice for her. I like it, personally. But anyway, time to go visit Wendy Oldbag yet again. Although there were some things we didn't finish looking at, but I am sure we'll be back there soon. Okay, Wendy, what you got for us?
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face.
I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 10 o'clock. or 1 o'clock, right? And the estimated time of Hammers' death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? All right, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One.
Her? She's not even a full-time employee. Oh, yeah, young'uns are like that nowadays. Running your mouth tomorrow, that, the other this. Well, I know a thing or two about respecting your elders. Back then, shame what you used today.
She left.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders.
It's true. Why don't we look over here? The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer.
Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer?
Of course.
Okay, let's give it a try.
You know how to work these things, Nick?
Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Ooh, it was 307, right? There, entered.
Hey, it printed out the data for that day.
Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Oh, sorry.
How is this a picture of Will Powers?
Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back.
Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day.
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
Interesting.
Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yeah.
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
Right, we'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Trust me, I know that. Remember that case ago when Wright totally tried to make me guilty for murder when I told him I thought he was the murderer? Probably not my best day.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady.
That would be really funny if it was. She's just walking out there in that costume like, I just wanted to wear this for fun. All right. Oh, I already saved, but, let me do it again just for fun. Okay. Let's see. I might do the trial and then call it for today. Okay.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Yeah, Detective Gumshoe, our boy! Detective, if you would, briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sure. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. that day. Also, she was real nice to me. She gave me a donut. Oh yeah, past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now on the day of the murder, October 15, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. If it wasn't Will Powers, it was totally this girl. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. Due to, that. The time of death was 2:30. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. Sucks for that guy. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to the whole thing again? No. I think I can probably remember that.
So, the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Sounds tight.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple, if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call this security officer to the stand.
This is a weird thing to mention, but her things in her hair, they've always looked like little strawberries to me. And they're not even really shaped like strawberries, they're just little circles. But I don't know, I just, the first time I saw them, I were like, oh, are those like little strawberry things in her hair? But yeah, so that's just me admitting to the fact that I cannot tell the difference between a normal red dot and a strawberry.
Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fella? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. See, that's kind of weird. Because she's infatuated with him. It's kind of like if you were to say, like, you know, like, call me daddy or something, we'd be like, call me grandma.
Oh my god.
Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. If you want my number, I'll give you that too. So just call me Grandma's. When I was young, I was an old bag, but I was just still on the other children would make fun of me. Believe it? And there was this boy, the captain of the chess team, he called me an old bag. Well, I just cried and cried.
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. Ooh. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Told you, he's guilty as shit.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. I will press everything, as is my duty. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to go into the... up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio.
Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You'd need an employee card key to get in.
Right, the card key that I have. So, what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? A run-through.
They were working on a scene between the steel samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon?
Well, don't mind me, I just have to go to Hot Topic to get these hot clips in my hair.
What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know. Like I said, Hot Topic.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing. You know, I definitely wasn't there for anything inappropriate. I wasn't oogling at any booties or anything.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a steel samurai run through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next. So, you were watching there the whole time, no breaks, not even a second.
Of course, I'm a professional, you know. A professional who leaves the stand earlier, but comes back and stays there. Were you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-wapper.
Snipper-wapper? Old Windpack is losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection?
So, the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. We've heard it 30 times now. Very well. What did you see?
I don't know. Did it happen at 2:30?
How did you know that?
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting ratted out by a security guard. 2. You're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. If Edward gives me a little kiss.
Was it Powers, though?
So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny.
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out that secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to press it again. Because this is definitely what we need for this. Because it wasn't just Powers. That was just a suit.
Let me get this straight, Old Bag, or Ms. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? Is this a cosplay?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Ms. Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they cannot.
Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in the court is accusing you of that, Ms. Witness.
He's having trouble calling her Old Bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Humph, nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
All right. Another quick little sip. So the man in the photo.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Phoenix, that came across as a little weird. Please don't ever say that again.
Oh, really?
You don't say anything you don't mean ever. Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't even said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today always whining to each other, pointing fingers. It's enough to make an old lady want to cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Who was present at the run-through?
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing. Totally not looking at Hammer's butt.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then? Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle like a baby. I helped him make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her, she was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue with your testimony. He broke a prop.
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is the Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important.
I feel like it is kind of important.
The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else, not caught on camera, could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
You fucking idiots. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. You can ask me to say anything, Edgy Poo. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30, true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have had to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain? Seriously. I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking, right?
No one.
What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then, and I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention...
Ooh. Old Windbag sure has some balls.
Or, well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all, or for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps?
Hang on, I didn't get to... No, not that. I was gonna say, I didn't get to do the last statement. If they had, I would have seen them, okay?
Are you sure? The witness has answered the question numerous times. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy?
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Hemers' death, yes, was at 2:30. Through the chest with the spear. His leg at 2 o'clock. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went in there. If they had, I would have seen them. Let's see. I know they made a mention of, updating the spear in the court record. So that... But I don't think that's going to be... I don't think that would really do anything for this. Yeah, I feel like it has to be the costume situation again, because they keep saying, yeah, the only one that could have done it was Will Powers. So let's see. The only time of his death was 2:30. The only time I saw someone go there. Oh, you know what? It's probably because it said that it was the second photo. It says that on there, right? Yeah, photo 2. Okay. Okay. I'm going to save real quick. I'm pretty sure that this is the statement that we want to be on. Okay.
Come on, Bar, slide away. Yeah! Hold on! Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Ooh, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15, 2 p.m. photo number 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo?
Ooh, he's got a fucking point. Order! I agree, that is a fucking point. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet, there was only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
You watch your mouth, whippersnapper! The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
Yeah, I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Humph! Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper.
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Are you going crazy?
That's right. I am crazy. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Another fucking case of perjury. Oh boy. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. Look beautiful, but also I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination for the good of the world, please.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Okay. Oh, you have an important job, you say?
Another job? Are you like an Uber driver?
That's right. I check all the people that pass by at the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes.
Do you back up all of the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Ms. Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers' photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where, probably Google. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Totally not suspicious in any way, shape, or form. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo you erased...
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? A child murderer?
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. It happens so often, I'm just sick of it. Seriously.
Mr. Powers,
Yes?
tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? That Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? Am I fucked?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably have done this.
Right. So we're gonna pin it on the child. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I just realized I'm basically doing my Gumshoe voice with Will Powers. Oops.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go. Whew.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. It makes me sad. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
Well, even though Will Powers looks guilty as absolute sin, the defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. And I've decided not to pin it on the child. Maybe.
Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. We do that all the time, however, but if you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was this person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the murder?
Yeah! It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Whoo! The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper!
Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Are you the killer?
Oldbag! That's Ms. Oldbag to you!
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. she could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. See, they could say it now. They could say it in this game. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now is my chance to take this the whole way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Ms. Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd to 3rd grade, wasn't it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How could you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders, day whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Let's hear this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
Let's see. I mean, is it the photo? Because I mean, honestly, he wouldn't have known about the dragging the foot, and also it's huge. But are they trying to talk about the spear now? I feel like it's either the spear or the photo. Let's try the photo real quick. Your Honor. Oh, okay. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible.
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend the proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy, what was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Fuckers!
Wait a second! I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? It's like you're being accused of murder. Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? That's a first.
Well, testify!
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me just to pretend they hadn't been in the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
So, you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? Who should have known something was fishy? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. Y'all are stupid.
So where were these people exactly?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer at lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is, plain as day. Y'all blind? You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
Yeah, let's continue. Oh, they had nothing to do with it, eh? Ms. Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it, and they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Why not? I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. Oh.
Nick, I guess pressing her was the right thing to do. For an old windbag, she sure likes keeping secrets. Let's get as much information as we can.
Okay. Huh. What about this part again? Who were these people? Director for starters. We should have known something was fishy. Slops the disc. Of course. That's why I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? They had lunch. Where? The Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? Nani? Well, if you look at the guide map, it's right the fuck there. Okay, so. Take a break. Because I don't really think there's anything we can present there, right?
We have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
Yeah, the court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms. Oldbag, and more information about these other people who have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Bam! Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Ah, really, it's nothing. or should I...
We'll be going down to the studio to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her. Really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying some time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor Old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
All right. Whew, we did a lot today. We did a lot of examining. We did a trial. We're just going to have to continue next time. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And I just wanted to thank everybody who showed up today for showing up. And I hope everybody has a great rest of the day or night, wherever it is that you are right now on this planet. Woo! All right. No objections here.